What's the quickest way to end all future team-building events at work? At the turn of the century, I was working as an accountant for a major sports team, and our department was already stretched thin. The new VP of Human Resources had fired the CFO within days of arriving, and all the CFO's responsibilities were pushed down onto the six of us. Month-end deadlines, audits, payroll cycles, we were barely keeping up. Most evenings ended with takeout boxes on our desks, and the soft hum of the arena's empty hallways long after everyone else had gone home. So when an all-staff email invited every department to a big trivia tournament, we skimmed it, groaned, and deleted it immediately. There was no world in which we had time to sit around answering questions and pretending to have fun. But the VP noticed our absence. He called me and another accountant into his office. The moment we stepped in, he closed the door and gave us a look that practically buzzed with irritation. We explained our deadlines, our overflowing workload, and how much overtime the department was clocking just to keep things functioning. That only seemed to push him further. "This is not a request," he said sharply. "This is mandatory. You will attend the trivia contest, and you will show the entire staff how smart the accounting department is. Do you understand?" We nodded, because arguing would have taken more time than we had. The second we left his office and rounded the corner, my coworker pulled me into the restroom, eyes gleaming. "If we've got to do this," she said slowly, "let's really do this." I caught on instantly. She was the brilliant, well-read type. Politics, history, international affairs, you name it. I, on the other hand, had a strange talent, a memory full of obscure facts that rarely mattered except in the oddest situations. All we needed was someone who lived and breathed sports statistics. Enter Sportster. He was the kind of guy who could recall the batting averages of players from the 80s without blinking. We pulled him aside, explained our plan, and watched his grin widen. He was all in. The day of the event arrived, and the arena's bar was packed. Nearly 200 staff members showed up. Ticketing, marketing, operations, broadcasting, security, IT, guest services, the foundation, you name it. There was an open bar, trays of appetizers, and even a few players and broadcasters mingling with the crowd. Funny enough, the VP of HR, the one who ordered us to put on a show, didn't appear. Some HR emergency had pulled him away. Everyone else was drinking cocktails, relaxing, and laughing. We three weren't. We stuck to caffeinated soda and kept our heads completely clear. If we had to prove how smart accounting was, then we were going to do it with precision. The trivia structure was simple. 2 teams competed at a time, losers were eliminated instantly, and the winners advanced. At first, the energy was lighthearted. Departments teased each other. People joked between rounds, and the bar felt more like a team-building retreat than a competition. Then, our team started playing. Ivy League, our politics and classical knowledge star, answered her categories flawlessly. Sportster handled every athletics question before the host even finished reading them. And whenever there was an oddball fact, something from left field that didn't fit the pattern, my brain served it right up. We were fast, focused, unshakably serious, and with every round, the room got quieter. The laughter faded. The teasing stopped. People began watching us the way you watch a storm forming in the distance, slowly realizing it isn't going to pass by. We won round after round without hesitation. The players and broadcasters tried to distract us, cracking jokes and waving from the sidelines, but we didn't budge. We came to finish this event as quickly as possible and get back to our mountain of work. By the time we reached the final round, the atmosphere had lost all signs of friendly competition. We dominated it in minutes. The host handed each of us a small plastic trophy, and without waiting for any speeches or group photos, we walked straight out of the bar and back toward the accounting department. Hours later, I was still at my desk finishing reports when I heard footsteps storm into our area. The VP of HR had returned. "What happened today?" he demanded, charging into our middle manager's office. The manager explained that Ivy League, Sportster, and I took the competition so seriously that it made everyone else uncomfortable. I could hear the VP's frustration rising. That's when I stood up, trophy in hand, poking my head over the cubicle wall. "Oh, you forgot to mention the part where they tried to throw us off by bringing in players and on-air talent," I said brightly. I set my trophy on the corner of my cubicle, but we showed them how smart the accounting staff is. Then I sat back down and continued working as if nothing had happened. In the 10 years I spent with that organization, there was never another all-staff trivia event again.